Grunters to be hunted for their tusks, muscle to be...
Hey guys, welcome to SpellForce 3 Fallen God. This video is kindly sponsored by THQ Nordic. SpellForce 3 Fallen God is a standalone RTS and RPG mix featuring a dark and captivating single-player campaign based on the story of a troll tribe and its battle for survival on the new continent, Urgath. Aside from the single player, you can also enjoy the campaign in a 3-player co-op mode. The multiplayer features a variety of game modes and there are 6 playable factions: humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, dark elves, and of course trolls. With Fallen God, SpellForce gets a free Versus Edition where you can play one of 3 factions in multiplayer. This also launches November 3rd. Click the link below to find out more, and remember, you don't need to be familiar with the story of SpellForce 3 to enjoy Fallen God. Now, let's get started. Today, we are going to take a look at the SpellForce 3 Fallen God solo campaign. We are going to play as a troll. On Urgath, Chieftain Akrog leads a dwindling nomadic tribe of trolls that has just one goal: survival. Plagued by vicious poachers and weakened by disease, they turn to desperate measures.
Fate decides a troll must bow, Chieftain Narjak Firstborn told his cub. Akrog must carry the tribe now. Narjak has spoken. Slowly, Akrog looked up from the bloody mud. Akrog cannot. He is not ready. Narjak's gaze was like fog. Take care of them, cub. Them and him. Both.
Here we go. This is the character creation screen. The character creation is very in-depth and detailed. It allows you to change the appearance, select ability tree, and assign starting attribute points to your party members. There is lots to read through, and I think you should explore this on your own.
Shield the tribe, and shield Noag. Those were Chieftain Narjak's last words to his cub Akrog after a ballista bolt from the Tusk Hunters pierced right through his chest. Fabled warrior, leader of the Moonkin Trolls, last of the mythical firstborn, killed by elven poachers. It was not only Narjak's heart the bolt impaled that day, but also that of the Moonkin tribe, weakened by the terrible blood-rot plague and decimated by the hunters. They had long been struggling for survival. With their mighty chieftain gone, the last ray of hope still shining was Noag, Akrog's younger sibling who had inherited Narjak's legendary power. The chieftain's wish for Akrog to succeed him surprised many kin, but it surprised Akrog most of all. True, he was a strong and honorable warrior, but far from the Moonkin's best. All he had was the peculiar gift to hear the voices of the dead, and an iron will to do right by his sire's last words. Was he ready for this? He could not say. Yet when the tribe demands, a troll must bow. And so Akrog found himself giving his first command as a chieftain to be. The Moonkin would travel to Mugwa's cradle, a shrine guarded by the Bonekin Trolls, to perform the Devouring, the sacred ritual where the new chieftain consumed the old chieftain's heart to take up his role. This story begins the day the Bruised tribe arrived at the cradle, where Akrog, joined by his mentor Grungwar and his trusted one Zaska, ventured out to find a holy plant for the ritual, Mugwar's Tear. Little did Akrog know that the true trial of the Moonkin Trolls had just begun. No matter what the trolls may think of Chieftain Akrog, trust not the foul tusks who say he had everything given to him on a moon silver platter. All because his sire was chieftain before him. Oh no, little cubs. The hunger, the blood rot, the hunters. The Moonkin had become but a shadow, and in the span of a day, it became Akrog's calling to lead them back to Mugwa's light. The day he and his two companions went out to prepare Narjak's last rites would be but the beginning of his troubles.
Are these the ones?
Mugwa's tears, the sacred plants, blessed by the goddess herself.
Pity she always cries in hard-to-reach places. It was a rotten pain to get here.
One blew Makrog to embalm the chieftain's corpse for the devouring. Harm not the others.
So there's some RPG elements to this game as well. Pluck the Bloom is my first choice. We have a few more. Why can Akrog not pluck more? Akrog remembers the brittle bones use the blooms too. If the blooms are so powerful, perhaps they could help with the blood rot.
Akrog has a question. If the blooms are so powerful, perhaps they could help with the blood rot. Surely Mugwa would understand.
Akrog's sire said the same thing.
He said that. When?
Oh, hundreds of moons ago. Back when the blood rot first showed. Akrog was still a little cub, and little Moonblood was not yet born. The eyes picked 3 blooms, and Shepherd Crumb brewed a potion from them. But it helped not. In truth, it only made the trolls that drank it worse.
Worse?
The hex power of the blooms is too strong, even for a troll's flesh.
All right.
And it is done. The bloom has been plucked.
Back to the cradle then. Before the big little oaf Noag goes mad with worry, thinking they tumbled off a cliff. Let them march back. They have lost too much time already.
Wait, before they leave, Grangwa has an unusual wish. He would like to pluck a bloom for himself.
What for? The devouring?
No, it is... The Moonkin have been running for so long, Chieftain. Grangwa dreams that one day they will find a true home somewhere. A tribe camp to last, so to speak.
It is a beautiful idea, but what have Mugwa's tears to do with this?
Well, it may sound foolish, but Grangwa would like to hold on to that bloom and then plant it in the Moonkin's future tribe camp, like a totem of hope, to show how far the Moonkin have come. But the choice lies with Akrog. After all, it is against Mugwa's laws.
Akrog is listening.
What is Akrog waiting for? They need to bring the tears to the Moonkin.
That bear. Nurbok crushed it?
Nurbok crushed it, but it was already hurt when he came here.
Maybe a Bonekin hunter killed it then.
Or a brittle bone.
Anuk's eyes have scouted the jungle. They say there is no one in sight, neither Brittlebone nor Greenskin.
True. Well, it will be a good meal for the ill and wounded. Nurbok will take it back to the tribe.
A wise idea. Best ask Crumb who needs it most.
Akrog will leave now. Will Nurbok join the devouring?
He will. But there is something else he has to look into first.
Sharp tusks and thick hide, then.
Okay, let's get a move on. More bugs.
What is needed of him?
Let's try some abilities now.
Is ready.
Let's get that wood first.
What should he do?
I think he's going to be using a special attack. We can slow down these bugs, cause some damage.
Choke on this. Zoska is listening. For the Moon King! Ready for action.
At his service.
Ah, Chieftain back. Good, good. What he need? The Moonkin need to craft a tooth. Can Zeramak help with that? Tooth? For eating? No. The holy weapon for the devouring. They have the pointy end, they just need a brittle bone pierce stick with hex power. Kabrak said the scrappers found a brittle bone hideout up north.
Ah, the cave, true. It locked, but the scrappers find shiny metal to open it. Here, how it called?
A key. The scrappers went in already.
Not yet, because there are Erics and other creatures. But Chieftain and Grungmore strong. They can squish them. Maybe they take Little Moonblood too? He's so strong.
Maybe. Speaking of Little Blood, has Zeramak seen him?
Bit ago he have, but not now. Maybe he sleep in shelter?
Akrog will look. Either way, they will be back with the brittle bone pierce stick. Zeramak should stay ready.
He will. Oh, and Slig? Best ask now.
The chosen
Okay.
chieftain might be able to help Slig, if he has time. Just come and talk to him when he can.
We got a rusty key, blades, plates, and shaping essence. We can craft things with these materials. Okay. Okay, cool. Look at these. Ritual tooth. We need more hex essence. Okay. And then we're going to craft that. We can get bigger and better weapons. We can get some potions. Now we've also leveled up. So we can spend some more attribute points. Let's get some more dexterity here. That is good. That's what I want. Worm Eater's Worms.
Interesting. Probably.
Ooh, would you like to travel to Brittlebone Smuggling Cave?
Bloodburn.
Cool.
That was the name of the hex plague that had caused the rot 600 moons ago. It came from a land far across the water, and its bite was felt by the races in different ways. Elves were barely affected. Brittlebones died slowly. Greenskins quickly and brutally. The bloodburn was weaker on Urgath, but it affected its creatures nonetheless. The trolls were left cursed with weak flesh, and cubs who died before they could be born.
All right. A tiny pierce stick with hex power, Kabrak said. Let them find it.
And keep their crush sticks ready. Zeramak said there were beasts.
There. So many shiny things.
Oh,
Grumwall
gold
has
and
any
everything.
idea who lived here? Hunters?
Oh, rusty dungeon key.
They hunt for the shiny things, so they would not leave them here.
5,000 gold?
No! No touching! Fat troll hands don't touch Zippet's gold! No!
Mugwas.
No cause for worry. Just a tiny spirit greenskin. It is harmless.
Harmless! Zippet will show the fat brutes harmless. You see these bones, yes? They were two adventurers who starved to death because Zippet kept the magic walls up for 100 years.
The moon can care not about the shiny things, but they need something with hex power.
Hex what?
Magic.
Oh, you mean an artifact, yes? Fine. Zippet doesn't want to stay here for 100 years, no. So here's his deal. Zippet gives you one of his artifacts, and the fat brutes hand back his gold. Everybody happy, yes?
Well, I feel like we're not the greedy kind.
Fine.
We're the
we have
honorable
a
kind.
pact.
Yes, yes! Now give Zippet the gold!
Well, I could have maybe crushed him, but he's a spirit.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
I put that there.
Oh, beautifuls! Come back to Zippet, yes!
And gone. Grungwar. Spirits are just like bone people, no? Restless souls and all.
It is true. His soul was not at peace, so his god took him into the moonlit river and...
Just get out of here, okay? This place gives me the creeps.
Akrog, is he all right?
It is just He has been hearing things again.
The gift of spirits?
It matters not. Let them move on.
Fine. They had better try that key.
What is this?
Grungwa is ready.
Oh, there it is. Brittlebone artifact.
There. The artifact. All right. Now back to the tribe camp to ask Zeramak if this is enough to shape the tooth. Akrog needs Zeramak to shape something. To crush things.
What he need?
Oh, okay. We're not supposed to do this, but we're supposed to get a ritual tooth, which needs that. So let's dismantle, and let's get the ritual tooth.
Ah, Zeramak, old hide, he have it still. Here, chieftain, Mugwa's tooth.
Akrog thanks, Zeramak. To Cabrax, then.
The air here makes Grungwa's hide prickle.
Oh, there he is.
No one go there?
Well then, time for the preparations.
The summoning of Mugwa's cub.
No need to look like a beak shat on his head, Akrog. Summoning Mugwa's cub is a great honor. He should be smiling.
Press N or use the build button at the bottom right of the screen to open the construction menu. Then click on a buildings icon and place it anywhere in your sector. This is really cool. There's a bunch of buildings.
Scrap. Just have the Moonkin scrappers search the cradle.
Wow, okay, so scavenging scrap piles. Scrappers are able to collect scrap from scrap piles. It will automatically be transferred to the nearest available scrap hoard and converted to scrap metal. Okay, so we can build buildings now. A scrap hoard. Okay, this is our heart of the tribe. This is our base. We got hunters gathering food.
First, Akrog will have to place the offering at the holy stone. Then, well, then the vessel must devour the sacrifice. Then spill his blood at the foot of the holy stone. Once this has been done, Mugwa's cub will rise from the earth.
Will Cabrax guide the ritual?
No, this is the chosen chieftain's burden, and his alone.
Akrog understands.
Now the devouring.
Jesus!
Zazka is listening.
Mugwa's cub. He's huge!
What by the golden, shiny, holy hide? Tell Cabrax not. This is not beautiful, Akrog. Tell him not.
Will it? Akrog means whose word obeys it?
Chosen Chieftain Akrog's, of course. He summoned it.
Then the devouring can begin.
It is true. Speak the words, then Cabrax will light the pyre. If he wants to take a last look at his sire's flesh, it should be now. Is Akrog ready?
He is.
Then call in the Moonkin's chosen warriors. Cabrax will brew the embalming liquid. Then the devouring begins.
And so, Elder Grungwa Greyfur gives Chief...
As you could tell, I was rather speechless during all the cutscenes and dialogues. The story really sucked me in, and I cannot wait to continue this campaign. The game releases on November 3rd and features single player, co-op, and multiplayer. Remember that a free Versus Edition releases together with Fallen God, allowing you to play as one out of 3 factions in multiplayer. Thank you once again to THQ Nordic for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys soon again.
Our praise. Do it, chosen chieftain. Devour the heart.